790 AM, 94.1 FM, KFGO.com, the KFGO mobile app. Follow 790 KFGO on Twitter. Like the KFGO Morning Crew on Facebook.
And a lot of us have piles of wrapping paper and boxes and might have a Christmas tree and you're wondering what to do with it.
Lights,
that's another thing.
Electronics, yeah. You know, and one thing I'll say that, you know, a lot of people want to try to do the right thing. They don't want to bind up their recycle bin in the recycle center. They want to try to make things as efficient as possible, but we don't know what to do.
Right, and every city is different, so we're going to head to West Fargo. Logan Jacobson is the sanitation manager over in West Fargo, joining us now in the KFGO Morning Crew. Good morning to you, Logan.
Good morning.
I want to start off and thank you and this goes across the board, but last week we had some nasty winds, like gusts of 45, 50 miles per hour, Logan. You remember that, don't you?
I do indeed.
And it was my garbage day. And we've got some people in our neighborhood that we try to help take garbage cans up and down. And I was worried like the garbage cans are going to get, you know, blown to Harwood or blown to Abercrombie. And your crew, you guys are and gals are the best. You had a guy on the street walking alongside the truck, lifting up the tipped over cans, putting garbage back in them. You guys go above and beyond, Logan. Thanks for doing that.
Oh, thank you very much for that. I'll make sure to let everybody on the staff know.
Now,
we're happy to do it.
Yeah, I know you. I thanked them and they smiled. So today is the middle of the holiday week. We're starting to see some Christmas trees going on the boulevard. So Christmas is being replaced by New Year's. I know in the grocery stores they're already starting to put up the Valentine's Day decorations. So at this point in time, help our listeners understand if they want to recycle the right way, from trees and electronics to wrapping paper. What are some key points?
All right, so this year I was notified that wrapping paper down at the recycling center can't be recycled if it's all crumpled up. And also, if your recycling paper has lots of glitter, tape, and things like that on it, it's best to put that in the trash. If you want your wrapping paper to be recycled, it should be folded, and it should be the type that is free from all the glitter and additional decorations on it and just the paper.
Yeah, as pretty as it looks, it just kind of makes a mess for trying to recycle that, I guess, huh?
It just ends up being contaminated with so many things other than the fiber that they can get out of it that it just they end up throwing it away at that location. So fold it up instead of crumpled. Otherwise, it just ends up getting tossed. And if you've already crumpled it up, totally fine. Just put it out with your garbage, and we'll pick it up there rather than at the recycling center or in your recycling bin.
When people are wondering I know the website is great for letting you know what to do or what not to do, but when you get to the can, are they better off just putting it in the regular trash versus going, well, I think we could possibly recycle this, so we'll put it in the recycle?
It is better if you don't know for sure and it's contaminated with food waste or anything else. You're better off putting it in the trash to make sure you have the clean, basic recyclables going in the bin. That's any jug, food container that's plastic. You gotta sort by the type. If it's a jug or container, it's probably recyclable. If it's a box or paper, newspaper, print, junk mail, all those tend to be those recyclable items. If you have a question on it, it's probably best to just throw it in the trash until you get that question answered, which I'm happy to have those questions directed to me here, and I can help answer those.
Oh, very good. Logan Jacobson is West Fargo Sanitation Manager, talking recycling here. What about live Christmas trees that people have had in their house and they're hauling those out to the berm? Are you guys collecting those, and can they have tinsel or anything like that on them?
Well, it's best that they need to be cleaned of everything. So we need to make sure we get the bags off of them. If you had a bag that you hauled out of the house with, if it has a stand on it, make sure those are taken off. Occasionally people forget the stand on the tree. And to make sure, yes, that all those ornaments, tinsel, garland, get everything off that you can. And we will collect those on the curb. It will not be collected with your normal trash because we do take those out to put through recycling as far as turning them into wood chips. So those don't go to the landfill, so we pick them up separately. We start picking those up after the first of the year, and we need to make sure, now that we got snow, that the trees aren't buried in snowbanks or we won't be able to pick them up. So if they're not picked up with your trash, please leave them on the curb until one of our crews can get to them.
What do you give, about a week to get that job done, or how long?
We'll start at the beginning of January, and it probably takes us a couple weeks to get through town.
Logan Jacobson, West Fargo Public Works Sanitation Manager, joining us on the KFGO Morning Crew, helping us wade through what can be recycled, what can't be. If the kids got a new Atari for Christmas and they need to throw out the old Intellivision, what about electronics, whether it's Christmas lights, electronic recycling? How does that work?
So for any larger electronic, that's anything with like a motherboard. If you got a computer you want to recycle, the old TV you want to recycle, those need to be taken over to the Household Hazardous Waste Facility in Fargo. They serve all of Cass County, and they can help you there with those. Christmas lights and those types of items can be recycled at different places that accept metal and things like that. However, you can probably take them to that Household Hazardous Waste Facility, or if you bring them out to our transfer station, we'll be able to help sort some of that out as well.
Speaking of electronics, a lot of those take a lot of batteries. Maybe people are using the good old regular alkaline batteries. What are they supposed to do with those? Are they supposed to throw them in the garbage or not?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for off the top of my head, but I can find one, make sure to get it back to you guys to post.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, like if you're talking the AA or AAA or the 9 volts, the easy thing to do is to throw it in the garbage, but are we supposed to do that? That's a good question.
Logan, are there other points that we haven't touched on this morning? Want to make sure that if there's something important that you can get that out there?
Well, we touched on the bins, but I don't think we let people know what to do if their bin did go missing in that wind.
What do we do?
If your bin did go missing, the city asks that you guys just take a week, talk to your neighbors, look even maybe a neighborhood away with the winds we had, and try to find that lost bin up to a week. Now, after a week, if you have had no luck in finding your garbage bin, please call us here at the sanitation department so we can get you a replacement out, and we will bring one out to you. If it's a recycling bin that's gone, just let me know, and I can also facilitate getting something like that out to you as well.
What's your main phone number over there at West Fargo Public Works Sanitation Department there, Logan?
So you can get right to my office at 701-433-5440. And I'm not always in my office, so please just leave a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
What? You're not sitting there waiting for our phone calls? What?
Logan, thanks so much.
Hey, thanks for your time this morning.
Happy New Year.
Oh.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Thank you. That's Logan Jacobson, West Fargo's Sanitation Mgr.